I'm going to share with you why spiritual people should never manifest money if they want to experience more wealth and abundance and success in their lives. And I'm going to share with you the only thing you should be focused on when it comes to manifesting anything. Literally, the only thing that you need to manifest is this one thing, and everything else will stem from that. Everything else will manifest from that. I'm going to share that with you towards the end of this video, but I need to share with you some concepts and understandings first before we dive deep into manifesting without manifesting. So first, we've got to start off with the thinking and realization that the only reason you want money, or the two reasons you want money, is because number one, you need it. You need it to survive. And so we are trying to get more of it so that we can create security. And once we have security, then we want to create even more success. We want to have more success with money. We want to be rich, wealthy, abundant. And so the reason that we want to be rich or make more money is so that we have more freedom. We feel even more secure. We are able to do the things that we want to do with the money. Now, all of that, the reason you want it is because it's going to make you feel a specific way. And we must start there, and we must understand that fully. The reason we want anything in life is because it makes us feel a certain way. Now, when we look at it, money is the matrix. What do I mean by that? It was created by the mind. And so that's the first flaw here, is that we are chasing something which is a complete illusion, which is a complete lie. And the only reason we need it is because society is set up in a certain way for us to desire it and want it more, to make us survive, to allow us to do the things that we need to do, to take care of other people. And so we can see that we're in a monetary system. And so instantly, as soon as we're born, we're stuck in that system, and we have to follow the rules of that in order to live a good life. I mean, you don't need a lot of money in order to live a good life. That in itself is also BS, belief systems, and we can actually create a good life without the money. And when I say without the money, what I'm meaning is not a lot of it. You don't need a lot of it in order to live a good life. So the reason I'm sharing this with you is to break down the belief systems, the BS, because the belief systems are creating this chasing of money and success so that I can feel a certain way. But usually, yes, for most of us, is to feel better, right? I don't feel quite how I would like to feel right now, and I want to feel better. I want to transcend my current reality. I want to step into a new reality where I have the money, I have the security, I have the finances to do what I want, when I want, and I have complete freedom. What we don't realize is that energy of complete freedom is our sovereignty. It's our birthright. We are free, but we're born into a matrix where we are tamed, where we are put into a prison, where we are put into a box. And sometimes you can't even see the box because it's invisible. So I just want to bring to your awareness, I want to help you come out of the box and see money for what it actually is. And don't worry, we're going to get to the point where I'm going to be sharing with you why you should only manifest one thing, and that one thing will lead to you manifesting everything. So as soon as we want to manifest money, we put ourselves into polarity. We put ourselves into the matrix. We put ourselves in a pendulum, and pendulums swing. Polarity swings. Right? And so we say money would make me feel more good. It will make my life better. I will be able to do this and that. And so this life is better. But on the other hand, you're also creating a narrative. You are creating stories. You are manifesting the opposite of that because you're implying on a vibrational level that I don't have money. You're saying this life is better. I want this. You're saying I don't have this. This life is worse. And you keep on manifesting a perpetual loop of the polarity. Okay. And so manifesting money and intending more money just puts you in the pendulum of rich or poor. We think that the more that we focus on money and trying to create money and trying to bring that wealth into our lives, then the more that we create it, right? What you focus on expands. Well, not with money. Money is more like a cat. Money is more like a woman. And what I mean by that is if you try to chase a cat, or if you try to chase women, usually they find that unattractive. They see it as needy and wanty, and you're just wanting it too much, and you're repelling the thing that you want to create in your life. Money works kind of the same. The more that you want it, the more that you desire it, the more that it's going to run away from you. This is why the poor become poorer, because the poor people want the money the most, and so they keep on manifesting being poor. Like I said before, in the desiring and wanting of it, they're implying on a vibrational level that they don't have it, and so they keep on manifesting not having it. You see, there's this narrative in the law of attraction and spiritual community that that like attracts like. That is not always true. If you look at magnets, opposites attract, right? North and South pole attract and they stick together. So no, not in this reality, like attracts like all the time. Sometimes opposites attract. Sometimes in relationships, an opposite person to who you are is attractive. You like the things that you like in this other person and you're attracted to this person, and you don't have those specific traits or qualities and you're attracted to that, and vice versa. Sometimes opposites attract. If we're constantly focused on becoming like-minded energy and thinking everything is equal in that way, we're going to get lost in this BS, and we have to recognize it for what it is. The only reason I'm able to share this with you is because I'm doing one thing, and I recognize things that work, things that don't work. Obviously, there's been some trial and error here. I've helped people manifest significant amount of success in their life, more money. I've helped people manifest 4 figures, 5 figures, 6 figures, and people have gone on to the 7-figure income level. People have become millionaires just from watching my videos. And when I say videos, I'm talking about my YouTube videos, and I'm not kidding. So if we look at the other end of the equation, the people that are rich or have wealth, they have an abundance of money, they're no longer needing, wanting, desiring for it. And so they keep on creating more of it. They keep on manifesting more of it because they become more neutral around the area of money. After studying many successful people, I've realized that they never actually going for the money. They're just finding something that is aligned with who they are. For example, if we look at Kobe Bryant, loved basketball. I'm sure behind his head, money was there, but he really loved what he does. Otherwise, he wouldn't be one of the greatest basketball players to ever live. Same as Michael Jordan. Now, obviously, they had money and they were business savvy and stuff like this. But again, they enjoyed the game so much that even when they were injured and stuff like this, they would play, right? And so they had this obsession with the game. Now, I'm not saying to become obsessed with the game necessarily, but what I'm sharing with you is that the money came along through them being so good at what they do. In the book Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill talks about specialized knowledge. And when I read that chapter, I realized all I need to do is focus on one particular area of life and really master it, get really good at it, and I'll become, a specialist in this particular area, and people will seek me out because I have the wisdom and the knowledge to share it with them. And so one of the things that I focused on in terms of specialized knowledge is helping people have internal transformations. I'm a transformational life coach, right? I don't really use the labels, but I'm a transformational life coach and master energy healer. And being able to get people results quickly was one of the things that I really wanted to master. And now I'm able to do that for people. So people are willing to pay me for the value that I'm able to give them. Now, obviously the book talks about Think and Grow Rich and talking about specialized knowledge. And at the time I was a lot younger, I was focused on the money. But as I've grown and I've developed my spirituality, whatever that means, I've become more heart-based and focus on my passion and what I really love and operating from the heart and my heart completely. And from doing that, I've been able to create fulfillment. And like Tony Robbins says, success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure. And I was someone that did this. I chased the money. I was focused on specialized knowledge and giving in this way, but it wasn't fully from my heart. It was more from the ego and more from the mind. And then eventually I started to give from the heart and tap into my heart more. And that was able to create abundance for me too. But also on top of that, it was fulfilling. And now I live my purpose work, I live my passion work, and it's one of the most fulfilling things that I've ever experienced, and I want other people to experience the same too. Now, the title of this video is if you are spiritual, okay, don't focus on money, right? Don't try to manifest money, right? Because spirituality is a different template. Spiritual beings, chosen ones, indigo, right? Star seeds, empaths, all of these people are working with a different template that is the right brain, spiritual, creative, feminine energy, right? Whereas there are people in this world who are left brain, logical, 1 + 1 = 2, mindset, science, facts, and all of this stuff, and they only operate in that world, and that's all they can see for the most part. And so when it comes to money, they can approach it in a certain way and achieve it, and then they're going to go ahead and teach you, hey, to manifest money, you need to focus on the money, you need to visualize the money, visualize the life that you want, see life in this way, follow these rules and principles around money, and then you'll get more money. Start the business, grow the business, and be disciplined, control yourself, hustle and grind, and that is going to lead to more money. Now, again, just want to be very clear. I followed this path. You can get there by going this direction, but on the inside, once you get there, you are going to be empty, you are going to be unfulfilled, and you are going to experience challenges. I don't mean to put those words onto you. What I'm saying is, it's possible for you to feel unfulfilled, exhausted, fatigued, tired, not wanting to do it again, trying to control yourself again, and then you'll get burnt out, and it's just not for the spiritual body, right? It's just not for the spiritual ones. On the other side of the equation, the spiritual ones, there's a different approach to success. There's a different approach to money. And what I'm about to share with you can work for logical people and creative people too. So for creative people, indigos, starseeds, spiritual, whatever name or label that you use, for your approach with money is to live and operate from the heart. But I want to share with you one secret that will manifest everything, including money, into your life. And it's the only thing that you should be focused on manifesting, and forget everything else. Just make manifesting way more simple. The only thing that you should be focused on manifesting is raising your level of consciousness, raising your level of awareness. If you can raise your level of consciousness and you can raise your level of awareness and you become more present and you live more in the now, and you live more in the heart, that is going to manifest everything onto you. Okay, you have now seeked the kingdom of heaven within. You found the kingdom, you found awareness, you found truth, you found your heart, you found oneness, you found God, and from there, everything that you think about will come about, literally like that, because you are not focused on the ego narrative of having something and trying to create it. You have everything where you stand right now. You are everything. You are God, you are Christ consciousness, you are oneness, you are isness, you are enlightenment, you are samadhi, you are everything. You are pure awareness, pure consciousness, you are presence, and in that energy everything exists now. Abraham Hicks calls this the vortex. Once you are in the vortex of creation, once you are one with source, once you are in that energy, guess what? You can manifest anything that you put your mind to, and it should feel like you don't have to get it, you don't have to desire for it, you don't have to want it, you don't have to need it, you don't have to do anything. You are one with consciousness, you are one with awareness, and through that consciousness and through that awareness, it just naturally comes because you're no longer needing and wanting, you feel whole and complete, and you have found happiness in just being you without needing anything or wanting anything. I don't know if you can see right there, but I have a YouTube award. I had a channel with 230,000 subscribers. This is a completely new channel where I'm manifesting success on this channel again. I'm getting the views and garnering, reaching the audience that I want to. I'm interacting with the clients that I want to. I've manifested fulfillment for myself. Not only that, I've helped other people become successful too. I've helped people manifest money, success, relationships, and much, much more. And so the only thing that you should be focused on manifesting is the God frequency. By being more in the God frequency, and if everything shall be done unto you. By undoing the narratives, by stepping out of duality, right? Left brain, right brain, stepping out of left eye, right eye, and going into the center eye, the third eye, going into oneness, right? Going into truth, everything shall be done unto you. At that point, you don't even need to manifest. Everything will begin manifesting itself. You will even manifest the goals that you set before you came here. You will manifest intelligence through you. You'll get downloads and much, much more. You'll be guided. You will accept life more. You will be more free. Planet Earth will feel more like home. And so we have to raise our level of consciousness. So if you look at the map of consciousness on screen right now, most people are focused on desire on the map of consciousness. And as you can see on the map of consciousness, desire is enslavement. And you can also see things like fear here on the map of consciousness. We have fears and doubts and anxieties and stuff like this. And all of this stuff holds us back. Okay. The more that we raise our vibration, or should I say, raise our level of consciousness, and we get to the top frequencies, love and above, that's enlightenment, peace, joy, and love, the top 4 frequencies on the map of consciousness. Once we experience these vibrational frequencies more often, which are spiritual emotions, by the way, spiritual frequencies, once we are able to embody those particular emotions by raising our level of consciousness, things will begin to manifest themselves auto-magically without even needing or wanting things based on the ego. Can you still manifest from this place, from the ego? Yes, if you choose to. Because you're in pure awareness, you will see when you're manifesting from the ego versus manifesting from source, God, oneness, right? You will be able to see it because your level of consciousness has raised so high. So there's many ways to get to this level of consciousness. One of them is meditation, and there's a really powerful meditation here on YouTube called the Isha Kriya meditation by Sadhguru. And this is the first step, to realize that you are not the body, that you are not the mind. And as you're able to transcend the body and the mind and your emotions and your thoughts, you will be able to see them for what they are, and that they're a part of polarity. They're just pure illusion. And you are sort of the Papa controller of that. And you are the God onto the emotions. You are the God onto your thoughts. And you can choose whatever reality that you want to be in from that space. Another thing that you can do, that you can go research and look up, is called self-inquiry. And doing these practices, they're not sexy. Doing these practices, you know, your ego might not want to do it. Again, it's not for everyone, but there are other ways that we can learn how to raise our level of consciousness. Sometimes it could be through yoga. You just got to find what it is for you if you don't feel like you want to practice meditation. And this is why many of us have resistance to manifestation. Some of us have this internal, something doesn't feel quite right with me manifesting or wanting these things. It feels weird, it feels needy, it feels incongruent with who I am, because you realize yourself as God. Step more into that and realize, yeah, that doesn't feel right to me. I feel like I'm supposed to just be, you know, and in that beingness, everything will come because you've transcended ego, which keeps you down on the map of consciousness, keeps you lower, it keeps you in thinking, it keeps you in the emotions, it keeps you in the illusion, and you're not able to experience source. You're not able to experience God. And so the more that we can transcend the ego, the more that we're able to access higher frequencies, essentially manifesting our reality without actually manifesting. But be very careful, because you don't want to be doing these meditations in order to manifest more money, like secretly behind ego, like ego saying, okay, I want to manifest more money, so I'm going to do this meditation. No, you're doing the meditation because you want to get closer to source. You know, you want to experience joy, love, enlightenment, maybe not even wanting it, just wanting to realize. I don't know how to explain it without tapping back into the ego, but essentially we want to realize this is who I am, right? This is the truth of who I am, and embodying that. Anyway, I have really powerful processes to get to these levels of consciousness very, very quickly. And I won't say that I'm enlightened or anything like that, but I've been able to help people get there very, very quickly and experience it temporarily, so they know where to come from and how to operate in this reality. So if you would like to continue this journey with me and tap into the God frequency, check out the link in the description.